now everything in this world has to shut all the way down. So nobody has to go anywhere because they're shut down. The ice cream truck is shut down. And the water truck place is shut down, which is my favorite part because it has my favorite one.
What's that?
Yeah, it has the gumball one where there's gunballs and there's like blues. And now they have to shut all the way down and we can't go anywhere. Not even McDonald's, which is my favorite restaurant.
McDonald's is shut down too. You can pick up McDonald's in the drive-thru.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
You can. You can go in the drive-thru, but you can't go on the playground.
Yeah, it's just really frustrating. If you go through the drive-thru, it's just boring because you have to wait for your food to come. And if you're inside playing on the playground, it wouldn't be boring.
Yeah.
And now they have to shut down. It's just boring when you wait for food to come.
Yeah.
And now everything in this town has to shut all the way down. And I just don't want it to do that. I mean, why would germs come around to people if they don't want germs to come around to them?
I know.
Because everyone doesn't like germs because they get sick and everything has to be shut down for everybody to be safe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not fair because everything that is fun also has to be shut down.
Yeah.
And the only thing that is open is nothing. Nothing.
Except homes, cars.
Nothing. Yeah, and actually maybe church too. We can't go to church.
Yeah, and it's just really fun.
We're doing home church. That's why we're doing church on the TV, right?
Yeah, but the real church is Heroes Academy, and you get to get candy and toys. And if you have a big number, you can get 2.
Wow.
Like Play-Doh, candy. And once I got that fish kind, and it's just, I only wanted to have fun with Play-Doh, so I bought it, and now, everything in this world has to be shut down, and it's not fair because my parents.
I'm sorry. It's a lot, huh? It won't last forever.
Yeah, just for a few weeks.
Yeah.
But we're doing it so everybody can be safe, right?
Mom, tomorrow will I be able to play on my iPad?
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Hey, about to go stupid again. She on the roof of the best.
All right. Yes, sir.
Hi.
We in the building, baby. For all y'all who doubted us, baby, we here, all right? Don't fuck with us, man. Talking about you coming on the show and then you gonna leave out and shit, man. Fuck on.
Okay, anyway.
Nah,
Hi,
fuck
everyone.
that. I got some shit to say, man.
Hi, everybody.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
Victoria,
I'm a
and you
goon
can
today.
follow me at Vic Did That. VIKDIDTHAT. Thank you,
I'm
boo-boo.
not gonna lie to you. You don't really have to spell it out because it comes up on the bottom. So for now on, I'll be.
That's just how I fucking say it.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm Nick Noble. That's it. Nick Noble. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, that's it. We got Ishmael over here to the left of me. Actually, before we get to Ishmael, because y'all already know who that nigga is. He do the same thing every week. He come in here, he plays his game, he kills about 6 kills.
And you do
Measly,
the
Weasley,
same
6
thing.
kills.
And you do the same thing every week. We come in, you still setting up, you eating your cereal, and we late.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But we got a guest though today. We got a guest. You know what I'm saying? He just walked through the door about 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I mean, come introduce yourself, man.
His name is Patty.
Patty LaBelle.
Make sure my tag is a little longer. First, we're going to introduce myself, and I'll introduce my friend. How about that?
Shit.
That's how you supposed to do shit, man. I'm Ishmael.
Let him
Ish
speak.
Adams, man. Ishmael Adams. Ish happens. Choose one. And this is my special guest today. You feel me? Come in here, talk to y'all about what we do out here, man, these streets.
Patty.
What's good? My name is Patrick.
Get close. You gotta get close.
Oh, okay, my bad. My name is Patrick, and I'm guest appearing on the show today. I'm glad to be here. What's up, y'all? What's up out there?
Where you from, man? Tell us about you, man. You gotta tell the people.
Lift your hat up. We can't see your eyes, bruh.
Got you. I'll flip it, you know. No big
Remy girl.
So, I'm from Silmar, California. I grew up out here in the San Fernando Valley, and yep, I grew up out here.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that nigga sound like a real West Coast nigga. I can't even lie.
That is not. Might sound you're not West Coast.
What are you talking about? Hit the niggas out. I'm out here from the San Fernando Valley.
He's from the Valley.
I'm out here from the San Fernando Valley, cuz, and you know what I'm saying? Like, nephew. That's what you sound like.
Okay, first things first. I'm the realist. Okay, what are we talking about?
You talking about us? We got a few good things to talk about. I am not gonna lie to you.
We gonna run through.
Big up to our Instagram people. Tyrese, what up? I am host star, my main man out there in Vegas, holding it down for the fan view, checking in and checking out. You know how we get down. And today we got some topics, man. We got to. First of all, I want to touch upon the things that I've been adding to the last few posts. In the beginning, if you notice, people, we got a lot of like high-profile videos to start you off before you get into the highlight of the show. So just on two of those things is one of them from I think about 2 weeks ago I had on there was the Atlanta students who got tased up. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to lie to you, man. We say we want to talk about positivity, but to talk about it, it is positive because we got to shed light on just a little bit of light on these ongoing topics that comes week after week after week. Because first it was one person dying, then another man dying that was black, and now it's just little incidents of things going on that's just like, what the fuck did I just watch? So I would like to, touch upon that for a little bit. But back to the Atlanta students. I think they went to Morehouse and Spelman or something like that. Did you know what schools they went to?
Morehouse and Spelman.
I was right.
I guess.
I was right. HBCU, Hampton University representative. I should know. But yeah, man, I want to start a video, obviously.
Yeah, the video's old. I thought we spoke about it.
Damn! No, we did. I just played it in the last one. We didn't talk about it. I played it after that show was over, so we didn't get a chance to touch on that.
They tased them. They pulled them out the car. They pulled them over.
Hold on. Pause everything, man. My nigga, I didn't even show my nigga Ishmael, man. I apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to show him.
He spoke when he was.
But now I didn't get to show him on the Wise Cam, man. This is the Wise Cam. Shout out to Wise, man.
You still blocking.
I am blocking. I'm actually losing. Let's get this fixed for y'all. This is the Wise Cam, man. Shout out to Wise doing that thing with that fish shot for us. Ishmael, man, we can see you now, man. We can see your game, everything, man. Say what up to the people, man.
They took my guns. It looked like they did.
Exactly. It looked like they did. No, but now we can see you. You feel me? This camera is designated for you.
And it's black and red socks.
And Rob. And Rob's girl. Do you know Rob's girl's name? She has a beautiful name.
I forgot it. Anaya.
Anaya. Big shout out to Anaya for stepping in with us today on the Wise Pan Cam. And she'll be back with Rob, holding us down. Hawaiian Rob made his appearance. They unfortunately had to go because the timing of the show is just so fucked up. But we working on it.
Because of Nick. Okay, so
back
to
it.
the Atlanta students. So, yeah, they got pulled out the car, got tased.
Yes.
It was wrong on the officer's side, I believe. And I'm sure they're suing them.
Atlanta's mayor and police chief calling it excessive force. The two officers now fired. Andy Parati was at the news briefing where the two announced their decision. And here it is.
Messiah Young attempts to record cell phone video of someone screaming and on the ground under arrest. It's 9:45 Saturday night. An officer asks the Morehouse College student to drive away and then get out of the car. Young keeps going. Officer Ivory Streeter catches up with him. Another officer then starts hitting Young's car window with a baton.
Open the window!
On the other side of the car, officers surround Young's passenger, Tania Pilgrim, a Spelman University student. Officers ask her to get out, but the car is still moving, so Pilgrim pauses. Officer Mark Garner then deploys his taser. Back on the other side of the car, officers think Young is reaching for a gun. Seconds later, Officer Streeter fires off his taser, shocking Young for nearly 10 seconds. Young had no weapon.
We don't know what you hear. We hear a taser going off right now. We're not sure who's being tased.
11 Alive reporter Hope Ford witnessed it live.
Sorry about that. I just heard the officer say all you had to do was show your hands. You almost got shot.
And this was one that kept me up all night as well.
Chief Erica Shields took action quickly, firing Officers Streeter and Gardner on Sunday.
And as we watch the video today, it became abundantly clear immediately with the young woman that this force was excessive.
These are good. We cause further fear to you in a space that's already so fearful for so many African Americans. And I am genuinely sorry. This is not who we are. This is not where we're about.
All right, moving on to respect.
Damn! No, that's not even in order. What are you talking about? Wait, hold on. I got to ask my man back there first about it as well. And this is a big situation. They walked him to the car. They violated the fuck out of it. The guy was like, my man's is getting in the car, so I need 1 second. I feel like this happens so many times, like nightlife, when you're leaving the club, and you know how the police officer say, keep it moving, clear the street, and like, my boy's coming out the club, he's gonna get in my car, hold on. And they take out their fucking shit with, I'll break your window, move now. It's the same thing I saw in the situation, and it was just funny how, it wasn't funny at all, but it was funny how all these cops was like, their demeanor was like, oh, he just won, he pulled off on me. They still walked him to the car, they could just let him go, smash his window, tase the innocent black woman, young student. I mean, that's just crazy. She was like, the car is still moving, I can't even stop. And it was just crazy to me that.
She wants to be in your life instead of send a request.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know who that is. Wendy, we'll get you in for next week because I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know off your username who you are. So I would like to add you in here, but
all right, Wendy, we're gonna get back to you because I gotta go home.
And she has to go.
No. Who?
No. Talk about it.
So, I'll slap his ass back.
You got to talk close. Don't take it off.
There was this African American female, and she was at, I guess, the Miami airport. I'm not sure which airport it was, but what appears, I was looking at the video, it appears to be two sheriffs were approaching her, and I guess she was irate about something, and so so they were talking, and the situation escalated, and the officer ended up punching her, slapping her. So that's what I saw today. That was very disturbing.
Oh, today. So it's fresh.
It's fresh. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but yeah, it was this week. So.
I really should. You acting like that you black. You acting like you white when you really black. Don't walk up on me for real. And what you want to do?
That's definitely that's crazy. I mean, that literally is the shit that we talking about, and I'm glad you mentioned that. And I feel like it's not stopping. It's just one after another. It's something else. But anyways, moving forward with the quickness, real quick. That's unfortunate. They got to stop that shit. They're gonna learn eventually one day. But we got to just keep highlighting it, putting it on shows like this so people can see it, and then start making movements to make that kind of change, because police brutality is out of control. It needs to be changed. Slam though. The slam one was woo.
What's slam?
That's the other one. You see that one when the dude punched at the hospital, and homeboy threw their hands on the cop real quick. It was in the beginning of the last episode. I run it here. You seen it, right? It was brutal. It's like 5 seconds. I'll put this on real quick for y'all to see.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
My fault. Ishmael did. I appreciate you for that. That's what I'm talking about. I got real soldier in the squad. Victoria,
Oh my God.
Ishmael. Some keen footage, but yeah, man. Violation. What you think about that, Ishmael?
I don't really know how to address that situation exactly. However, that's where the time is pushing us right now. You feel me? Like, some people are not gonna take that lightly. You feel me? Like, which you can you really blame them? At the same time, you're like, damn, that nigga just really he really defended himself. Pause. Just drooped down. Your mic isn't sturdy.
Oh, droop down?
Droop deep.
There you go.
But yeah, like, it's just a tough situation. You don't know what to really make of it, really.
Hey, what you think about that?
Yeah, it was crazy. The nurses in the back didn't even know whether to approach him or not. So I peeped that.
This shit really was. I mean, to me, it was. I basically saw because in the beginning was a straight one little jab from the cop, and the dude just said, "What? You put hands on me?" And that was it. I feel like that's your chance you have to really retaliate in that situation. So, you know, that's what a lot of these motherfuckers be doing without getting shot. Luckily, he didn't get shot or killed after that, but he definitely laid the hands upon his life, and that was literally a good. I feel like a good thing to be shown to the world based off what's happening right now. What do you think, Victoria?
Keep kicking ass.
Yeah, keep kicking ass. All right, moving forward, man. Moving forward. Now, on to some more, actually, one more cop topic. Two more things, actually, real quick. This is actually on the same field. One of them is the UK situation, just letting people know that it's not just a U.S. thing. It is obviously a problem in worldwide, and which is why other countries are elaborating on Black Lives Matter. And one of those that I happened to see some footage was from, it was in, I believe, in London, in the UK somewhere, apparently, for sure. Some black men out there who got pulled over, and they were definitely discriminated against on the cops. I'm going to run that for you guys. Take a look at that real quick while we talk about that, bro.
No way! Why are you detaining him? Why are you detaining him? Look, G, chill out. Why are you detaining him? Tell him to chill. Why are you detaining him? Chill. I'm not doing anything wrong. Calm down. Bro, he's detained for a Section 22 search. What? No, brother. What you lot are doing ain't making sense. Chill. Nah, this ain't making no sense, my brother. My friend, for what? For what? No. What you're doing ain't... Yeah, why are you getting up close then, my brother? For you. It's going to be a problem. Nah, what he's doing is not making sense. First of all, you threatened to smash the window. What are you doing? So what? You're trying to X his arm for what? If you break this vehicle, tell him to behave. Nah, brother. Nah, what you lot are doing ain't making sense. What are you doing? G, chill out. G, chill out. You don't need to touch me. You don't touch me. I'm recording. You see what's going on. I'm not stopping you. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. For what? For what? I'm not touching him. You don't need to touch me.
We're not stopping you.
You don't need to touch me for what?
We're not stopping you recording at all. All right, we're recording.
I know you were bullied. I know you were bullied. For what? You're pulling us over for what? We saw where you lot came from. We saw where you came from. Misuse of drugs. Search for your drugs.
Come on, do it here.
Search for your drugs. This is an embarrassment, though.
Let's not make it no sense. Come on, then, let's go.
Search, yeah, you search. Nah, man, because he's being an idiot. What he's doing ain't making sense.
Talk to me, yeah? I'm not giving you a hard time, am I?
What's all this? What's this?
It's a radio battery. Right, just
okay, I'm not touching him. Yeah, I can talk, but why? I need to get this.
You got to understand.
Okay.
You can record.
Yeah.
But you can't obstruct the search.
I'm not obstructing the search. I'm nowhere near him.
Stay here, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near him. I need to say.
It's my phone, bro.
Just stay at a safe distance, yeah? You can see plenty close enough to record, aren't you?
Disrespect, and it's happening everywhere. So that's one trying to see that it's not just here, man. I mean, he's clearly gotten violated. You know what I'm saying, for no reason in that regards. But majority of the point is that once you guys notice that it is a global issue and it needs to be attacked all over the place, not just right at home, because it's very big everywhere else as well, and that's a clear definition of it. And unfortunate for that man right there, hopefully got that situation with just a slide off. But, you know, they saw that they were wrong. The cops saw they were wrong, and when they realized that, and they don't have guns out there. That's just straight like, I'm going to hem you up with my hands. And I mean, it's just a different way to combat the problem, but they don't want to have guns on them. That's the craziest thing about it. All that hostility, no gun. Moving along. Last thing on this topic would be for sure the 4th of July, which is this Saturday. Do you have any plans for 4th of July, Victoria?
No.
What are you doing?
I'll be at home.
But you getting something at home, a cookout or anything? Cooking burgers, something?
For what? It's a Saturday.
Exactly. We're not celebrating fucking 4th of July, man. If you thought we was, you out of your mind. Now, disclosure, I am personally DJing a small little private event, but that has nothing to do with the 4th of July. It does, but not for me. As for you celebrating 4th of July?
Yeah, I'm celebrating 4th of July. I'm
actually about to be saying fucking no.
I'm not. Oh, not like that.
No, people still celebrating. Like,
personally, with the family, like barbecue, having a cookout. Definitely, that happens on 4th of July. So
it's family time. I was saying the same thing. I wasn't gonna really celebrate it. However, that's like if somebody says, "Oh, you're not hanging out with your family," obviously I'm gonna hang out with my family. Like that's without a doubt. So you feel me? Like I'm definitely not opposed to hanging out with my family, but as far as like turning up or something like that, like really trying to be a social person that day, like, and just everything that day really, it's not really representative for everybody. You feel me? Like,
I mean, this is what this time should be used for. This pandemic is going on. This coronavirus is very real. So
that is factual information. But yeah, I mean, definitely keep it safe, keep it tight. Obviously, keep it in a family zone or friend zone and your circle, and enjoy the day. But we're not celebrating, for the real reasons of that day. We're celebrating because it's another day to have a good vibe with close people, like cookouts and barbecues. But to watch this video.
This is an early alert of supposed activity this weekend on the 4th of July that would cause harm to our people on a very large scale. The Huey P. Newton Gun Club has received intel from 2 credible sources that multiple white nationalist groups / militias are planning a nationwide attack on all of our people over the 4th of July weekend.
That's just some intel from his perspective and his organization, but I don't take information that lightly. I also heard from a Caucasian friend, a neighbor of mine, a very respectful woman. She said that she's heard the same thing from like other kind of videos like this to the white supremacy. So it's kind of like, you got boat races putting out videos like this, basically telling their people some shit's about to go down. Whether it's true or not, both people about to be well prepared, and hopefully no kind of mass destruction happens. But, that just tells you right there, the times we're in still till today, and a day like on Saturday, 4th of July. So what's your thoughts on that?
It doesn't surprise me, but I'm not like worked up about it.
Because you're going to be chilling this out anyways.
Regardless if I was out.
But he's basically saying, like, you see somebody with, like, the typical long jackets and the stay away from trash cans,
that's
backpacks. That's always.
Always.
Right.
If you see fucking weirdo who somewhere you
But
don't think that where that person should belong, then, it's already strange.
But I just feel like
you're going to question it.
But I mean, I do feel like tensions are higher this year more than any other year based off what just happened.
Yeah, because technically, how we're not supposed to be celebrating, and with everything
we
going
hate all white cops. A lot of white cops came.
Yeah, and with everything going on right now as well, and with fireworks, especially in predominantly black neighborhoods. There is, I'm sure it might be, hopefully not, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was an issue. That just gives, cops a reason to harass.
Right.
So.
On that day.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, just, like I said, I think this video was before they made the LA announcement of shutting everything down again with bars and stuff, so. I don't know how much activity out there anyways on the 4th, but I think based off that order, which is not just LA, other places as well, that's going to kind of either way backfire on that anyways.
I mean, mostly people on the 4th, I don't really know too many people who go out to eat on the 4th. It's usually barbecues and cookouts or whatever at night. You're at the beach watching the fireworks. You're at like parks or, you're doing fireworks on your street, on your block or whatever, your neighborhood. So I don't really think the lockdown. Well, first of all, the lockdown wasn't stopping people to begin with. So
right.
People was out.
So, like, I mean, even where I grew up in Boston, they have usually on the Charles River a mass place where everybody comes and watches.
Yeah, fireworks.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably everywhere they do that, but obviously New York, stuff like that as well. and probably somewhere in LA. Actually, is there anywhere in LA? Where
Yeah,
like,
people. You know, they
oh,
do
Santa
them.
Monica.
They do them at the
Santa Monica
beach.
Pier, yeah.
They do them at the beach. Different beaches.
Right. So I'm not sure if that's
They
going to
do
still
'em-
happen. Do you think that's going to still go down? Those
Probably not. No. They do. I mean, unless they do them and you're just not. You just can't gather on the beach if they're just doing it for the neighborhood.
Right.
They do them.
Like put in your
I
car or
think,
something.
like close to was that Griffith Park? How much?
Yeah,
Do they
Griffith.
still do them over there? I think so.
I mean, yeah, y'all the real LAers. LAers. LAers.
But yeah,
LA,
they do
LA,
them
man,
everywhere.
LA.
Look in the sky, you gonna see them.
I know. I feel it, man. You already know what time it is, man. Especially, I mean, you'll get anyone that's in the IE or San Benito Valley, Van Nuys. I mean, I'm not from here, but it sounds like I know what I'm talking about. You're gonna see the motherfuckers going up for sure. As a matter of fact, there was a video like talking about like cops were handing out fireworks to kids. You see that in New York? There was like a video about how like it was like, look at this. The cops is the one that are passing fireworks out so they can get. Yeah, I guess they're talking about when the cops are blasting the fireworks in the crowds and stuff.
The ones that go in the air, those are technically illegal.
Right.
So I mean, but those are the ones that everybody want. Like those are the fun ones.
Yeah, the fun ones, right. Yeah. Gotta make the firework happen. Got any thoughts on that?
Actually, all the city ones, every city in Los Angeles County is all their fireworks are canceled. So besides one of them, one city is only having fireworks. Other than that, yeah.
What city is that?
I don't know the city. I forgot. I don't know it off the top of my head. Maybe Newport or something like that.
Makes sense. What's up there?
Yep.
Well, that's definitely some information that a nigga needed to know, or people needed to know.
They gonna find out after the 4th.
They're gonna find out after the 4th for sure. But we're gonna have our own fireworks anyways here. You know what I'm saying? Pull up. We're gonna have the whole fireworks show for the whole block. You know what I'm saying? You already know what time it is. Sandview, Desert Storm. We out here. We're not gonna have any.
I'm like, you don't even have a block. It's like
I have a hill.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next topic. But that's it. 4th of July. Please be safe on 4th of July. Basically, we're saying, everybody, no matter what color you are, be safe and have a good 4th of July and celebrate it well. Next topic here, my man August Alsina.
Yeah, you said his name right.
I did. I just.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. I watched it. She sent me. You sent me. Yeah, you sent me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you sent me the little interview with Angela Yee. Big out to Revolt TV, Breakfast Club. Angela Lee Yee, Y-E-E. And I watched that whole situation, and it was actually really good. I enjoyed it every minute of it. I usually don't watch anything that long like this show because it's very long, but I did that. Vic did that. And we did it together. You did. You like I used that, right? You see what I'm saying? Woo,
No,
double entendre. You let me hanging?
Yeah.
I can just edit this whole thing and then boom. See, I can put that together. But yeah, so what's your thoughts about that? Because I have a few words on that for sure. And I know you got to get out of here. So
I am happy he's alive and well.
Mm-hmm.
I am. Have they seen it? I'm happy that he's alive and well. I am happy that he is back making music. Because he came out with an album. I think it's like 27 songs, which is outrageous.
I gotta get that whole.
So yeah, he came out with an album and also a documentary. I haven't watched, but maybe I will. And it's supposed to be really great and whatever. But I think the interview was great. The only, I think with everyone kind of questioned was the whole Jada and Will part of it.
Which was very, very vague.
Which is very vague. But of course, people are going to jump to conclusions. Right. You have all these blogs. Social media is a big part of our life, especially during quarantine. So you have all these blogs saying things, and everyone is going to piggyback off of one another. And then you have the people in the comments,
right?
And they're going to have their opinions as well.
That is true. But also, I think I'm not, like I said, I just, whatever I saw in that documentary is what I know about it, but they may have elaborated on it more in the actual whole entire documentary.
No, so in the interview, well, I don't know, I haven't watched the documentary, but in the interview, Well, a few years ago, August and Jada and I think Jaden introduced August to them.
Wow. The son.
I believe so.
The son was like, hey, man, stack bundles with my mom's.
But a few years ago, you know, he was in a rough stage in his life, you know, dealing with his illness, his sickness or whatever, losing family members.
Right. Sister.
His sister he lost, you know, his brother he lost a while ago, but he's, you know, he took over and he's the father. Well,
side note, rest in peace to my brother. He passed away in 2001 and his birthday was the other day on June 30th. So
happy belated.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
He's now taking care of, you know, his brother's kids. So he has a lot on his plate and dealing with his health, you know. And I don't know. It's a little touchy.
It's a little strange subject. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's a touchy subject.
Angela,
because
she brought it out like, yeah, I gotta ask you, but he didn't. He handled it kind of vaguely.
People already kind of assumed something was going on. You know, a few years ago when, you know, he was around their family so much, you know, vacations and pictures and just being there. So people already assumed that, and people already had, you know, there's already the rumors that Jada and Will, you know, are swingers. You guys heard that before? No, but that has been out.
I had some kind of information in there that you guys to see, but yeah.
People have been saying that for years. You know, there's never been any confirmation. You know, there never will be probably any confirmation. That's with anybody in Hollywood. You know, but whatever you do,
shout out to the Netflix film Hollywood.
If that's what you want to do, like. Cool, whatever.
You seen Hollywood, right?
Yeah. So it was believable when that came out, you know, but I think it just kind of went over people's heads, like whatever. And then for him to say that, you know, well, back then they said they were just friends. Then he made the song Nanya, and people thought it was about her. He said, nah, it's just a song.
Sound having.
Why is you texting me, asking who next to me? Why you care about who having sex with me? Now you all on my line, why you pressing me? Cause I got her legs open like sesame. What I got cooking with her ain't your recipe. Oh, how she on her knees when she blessing me. With you, girl, I gave you the best of me. But you said to me you wasn't ready to be what I needed. So I gave you time to make me a priority. But my feelings out there, you ignored it. Being real is what you can't afford. And I paid a lot for it. The time I invested, you can't give it back. You can't get mad at the way I react. You got me feeling like it wasn't nice. You're just an actress putting on a show. Cause you don't want the world to know. You lost a man who loved you all alone. Maybe good that we just let this go. Let it go, let it go. And in your business, and in your business.
But now he comes out and says this.
And I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life, you know, and I truly and really, really deeply loved and have a ton of love for her. I devoted myself to it. I gave my full self to it. I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times, and it, you know, not involving romanticism. He gave me his blessing.
Alsina alleges the couple's son, Jaden Smith, introduced him to the family in 2015. The following year, he joined the Smiths on vacation in Hawaii. August and Jada also attended the 2017 BET Awards together. He adds in the interview,
and this conversation is difficult because there's so much that it would be hard for people to understand. But once it starts to affect me in my livelihood, I have to speak up about my truth. I'm only responsible for myself, right? And I'm only responsible for, you know, what I do. When I'm repressing and suppressing things and it starts to affect me, I have to address.
E! News has reached out to Jada and Will's reps for comment. Jada's rep has told Page 6 and TMZ August's allegations are absolutely not true.
For me, I just feel like it's something that if it was something that you guys, if they did, you know, like if Will did say, yeah, whatever, do you, like, you know, I don't know about that, but you know, if he was with Jada intimately, is that a word? Yeah. Intimately. If he was with Jada, why talk about it?
Why talk about it?
Yes, like why bring it up? Like if she said, I don't want the world to know that, close your mouth.
I mean, I got something to say about that.
That's just, I don't know. That's just
based off what I watched. I feel like,
I don't know.
like you just said, it was eating him alive. And when you come to traumatic experiences in your life, what he did with his health condition and his mental trauma with his siblings being lost, and you probably feel like you're in a dark space, and it's kind of like, if I don't get everything in my head to clear my conscience, to better my health, I'm going to lose. This was probably a major reason why he was like, I got to say this on a magnitude of like literally getting it out. Now, on the show, for the world to see, maybe not so much. He didn't have to take it all the way there, which is why.
No, well, but he was saying like he loved her. He was in love with her or whatever.
He did make sure he expressed that compassion with each other.
Which is
fine. The whole family, he said.
Which is fine. Yeah, but which is fine. That's cool. But I feel like if it was not talked about,
right.
Like, yeah, he's saying that he's clearing his name, getting it out there because maybe people were saying, you know, he was not a home wrecker because, you know, their relationship is, what do they call it? It's not a marriage. It's a life partnership or whatever.
Yeah, like
cool.
That they came to terms to agree that, I mean,
which is fine. People have different kind of relationships.
That's a whole other topic.
That's a whole nother topic. You put that down for the books.
For the books, yeah.
In a week or two.
But beside all of that, I do agree when somebody gets to a point where they can make a decision to just be life partners.
People make the decisions right off the back. Like there's so many people in open relationships. There's so many people, you know, like they're together, but you know, they do things with other people, you know?
I feel like because in this world you got, he cheated on me, she cheated on me, but like I said, then you have
it's only cheating.
Talk about it first.
Okay, but we're getting off topic. It's only cheating. Okay, I'm not even gonna say it.
Well,
but it's only cheating when you're not
upfront about it.
Upfront, exactly. And you're you know, you don't have that. If you don't have that conversation, that's cheating. Exactly. But if you are in an open relationship, you know, and it's someone else's eyes, yeah, that's cheating, but not in yours because you guys know what you're doing.
Right.
It's none of their business.
And this is a good way to let the world to be more like loose in terms of the old-fashioned society of how people are, thinking that you can't do anything, and if you do, it's like frowned upon.
But we're way past that, like old-fashioned marriage, like girl and boy, man and woman. Right. That shit is way
monogamy for fucking 100 years. Like.
That is way past.
Like, I know a lot of people have been together for, you know, their whole time, their whole life, a lot of years. But like I said, it has to be healthier if you can engage in other activities, whatever those activities may be.
Back to August. What'd you think?
I mean, we can go to November if you want.
What?
We can go to November.
Shut up. We haven't even made it to August. We haven't even made it to August yet.
We haven't. It's not even. It's July. Wait. Isn't August next month?
What do you think?
Yeah, next month is August.
Mm-hmm. About specifically the Jada.
Who we got over here?
And Will.
Jaden 13 is signing. Talk about Jada. Jaden. What's up, Jaden?
Yo. So yeah, I don't want to make any prejudgments, but yeah, whatever they had going on, respectfully, you know, I respect it. If Will had that going on.
That's what I'm saying. I respect it, but if there was nothing said on Jada's end, because now. There's nothing that she said, you know, personally, like on her social media accounts or anything, or the Red Table Talk yet. Yeah, but her PR or whatever, her people said, "Oh, that's a lie." I don't know if you guys heard that.
Not yet.
So that's why I'm saying, like, regardless if it was true or false, because there was rumors, when those pictures and videos and stuff, when he started hanging with the family, with the Smiths, tough. And I think that's just how it came about in an interview. Like, it was a question,
and it was a very brushed off question, but which leaves only room for everything else after that, which is what we're talking about now, and more memes and stuff like that. I mean, I feel like if you're going to talk about how good Smutty is based off the relationship you guys had, you got to elaborate more on that so people can have an understanding. Or else it's going to just get spiral out of control.
Yeah, I think
you can't be like,
I think he was prepared for it.
But was he though? Was he really prepared all the way like he should have been?
Not fully prepared, because if you were, you wouldn't have said it.
Right, facts. Mm-hmm. If that was me, I wouldn't. I would just say, hey man, check this out. How he started. There's some great people. I loved him. What we have is what we have.
Because what he said was, he got Will. Him and Will sat down. He got Will's blessing.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say permission. He said he got Will's blessing.
Right.
And then, he said, "Oh, I love Jada. If I die right now, he'd be okay." That he fully gave himself to someone. He never once said we were involved intimately. Like, he never said that. But of course, that's the first thing that pops up in your head.
Which is crazy.
But you can have a personal
monogamous relationship.
I want to say intimate, but that's not the word. But you can have like a deep connection with someone
monogamous
like that without sex. Maybe you guys don't know. Maybe y'all just got.
I mean, he also was. I mean, he also was. He was unhealthy a lot of that time, wasn't he? So maybe he wasn't having sex. But maybe you're right. Maybe he just. I'm not saying you can't have sex because you're unhealthy, but the state that he was in, I feel like he was trying to gravitate back to himself in that process. Maybe she was there to lift him up, like his family would, and part of that. But I just feel like he would have said that though. He would have been very specific based off of the information given. He wasn't like, he left it where it's like, I'm not saying anything because clearly I was smashing her on the regular basis. And Will Smith let me do it.
Low key, I mean, they said something on the Red Table talk about just respecting.
Yeah, they said that before. Yeah, of course. But our thing is about August. Like, I don't care what they do. Like, that's not me. Like, whatever. Like, do you, like, have fun? But it's more so of people, like, getting down to the bottom line of if they were involved, because Jada and them are saying no, but then you just said all this information, like, throwing them under, if it did go down, like, you just threw them under the bus, And
it's crazy how every time something comes up with Jada Pinkett Smith, there's always a conversation about Tupac in there somewhere.
Because that's how they.
She was with Tupac before.
Yeah, I'm saying. But in the interview, August is talking about how his music was, I guess in the album he has a part where Tupac's words is in there. I didn't listen to the album yet, but there's like some kind of what do you call it? When you have some kind of verbiage in your album, in between songs.
The skit intro.
Interlude. Yeah. So that's why I asked Ishmael, man, because he's a real artist right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Never. Not that yours was wrong either, but interlude was what I was looking for. But yeah, he had an interlude there, I guess, with Tupac's words from when he was younger, and he basically in the interlude or whatever was using the album was just using a Tupac reference and hearing Tupac speak about what's going on in society in terms of, injustice that's happening basically right now. That's happening when Tupac was younger, probably around the early 90s. So at the end of the day, he does that, and then Jada is like the fucking circle of like Tupac and Jada. Now I'm gonna put a picture here of Jada and Tupac when they're younger, because one of the best pictures. You seen the picture, right? Tupac and Jada together.
Yeah, it's not really that many pictures.
It's like one, literally. It's like the one. You know what I'm talking about, right? He probably has in his room and shit. Yo, my nigga Tupac, Jada, what up? But that is a picture. That's a great picture. But anyway, so we appreciate you, Victoria Cox, a.k.a. Vic, did all of that. But Vic did that.
Bye, guys.
She has to go. The show is not over yet.
But yeah, my name's Patrick, and if anybody want to know my on IG, it's gq.pat.
GQ, nigga, don't get it twisted. GQ is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, man, that's actually he brought up a important topic to talk about. Man, I almost forgot. Man, I'm my own fucking team, Boston, New England Patriots just signed and acquired a man that I respect. Man, coming from North Carolina, the Panthers, and well, I said North, but it's whatever. All the Carolina, and it's a great trade, I believe. We're gonna elaborate on that, but I just feel like at a time like this, Black Lives Matter, sign a black quarterback. Why not, man? So I mean, what's your thoughts on that whole situation?
So my thoughts on that situation. So if anybody doesn't know, he got signed to a 1-year deal, and it's with the new.
Oh, it's only 1 year.
Yeah, it's only 1 year.
I didn't know that.
And it's with the New England Patriots, and they just had Tom Brady, and I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like their fan base is mostly Caucasian, because they had Tom Brady.
Oh, like the Patriots, you mean?
Yeah, the Patriots.
Oh, no, the fan base is everybody, right?
Well, yeah, everybody, but
from the forefront though, it looked like Caucasian for sure.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy that the switch up.
Exactly.
From him to Cam Newton,
right. And especially at a time like now.
Time like now.
If you was racist before, you going to Gillette Stadium and sitting your ass down watching a black quarterback, you're gonna feel some kind of way, paying your expensive ass season tickets. So.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, my nigga. That's a great statement.
No offense to Cam. Cam's a great player, but as far as what the people are used to seeing and what we're about to give them is two different things.
Yeah, so I'm very happy for Cam.
Even the person on my head totally different.
Getting commentary.
Hold on.
And the gameplay.
My man Ishmael tapped in right now. You know what I'm saying? Once again, shout out to Call of Duty Season 4. As my man Ish is tapped in there, let's get him on the wise cam for a second here, so we can see more elaborately what he's got going on over there in that screen. As you can see, first of all, how many kills you got going on right now, man?
Come on, he's broken blue.
How many kills you got, man? How many kills you got, man?
He got one. I see him. He got one early in the game.
He got one early in the game. I mean, y'all can see it. Y'all can see it there. But yeah, he tapped in over there. He locked and loaded, man. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure y'all see that. But before we even switch this camera, back to what we were saying, man.
Yeah,
so Cam Newton.
I want to talk about his deal.
Yeah, talk about that. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So yeah, his contract. I'm not sure what his contract is, but there's rumors about his contract is like $550,000 compared to other quarterbacks that getting paid in the millions for just playing for a year.
So he's getting underpaid.
Yeah, he's getting underpaid.
Damn.
That's what people are saying. But I think people also need to realize they need to humble themselves.
Right.
And I really like that about Cam Newton because he's not even leaving the Panthers. Right. He's leaving very professionally.
Right,
he didn't badmouth them. There's no sour. He just I'll probably gonna have to share it with you later. But he just posted a video about him saying I'm not.
Yeah,
we'll
put it up.
I'm not salty or anything at all. It is what it is. This is a business at the end of the day, and he's happy that. He's ready to turn the page. So, I think people need $550,000. Let's not get it twisted. That's still a lot of money
still a lot, right.
for 1 year.
And it's a year where it's like a weird situation based off of coronavirus and the pandemic coming back into a season. They don't know how they don't know how the NFL is going to do. They don't know who's going to be coming to the games. A lot people.
Exactly.
So they got to evaluate all that, which is why I think a lot of jobs, unfortunately, can be underpaid, undercut situations for the next year and a half. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. So I mean, why not? I mean, let him play through this season, and he could always come back and renegotiate.
He can always come back, especially when he kills it.
Right.
Like, listen, man, y'all thought Brady was the guy. I came in here to do what I needed to do. Now I want more than Brady. What's up? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, how much is Brady getting when he's playing,
I do not know at all.
He's probably getting something crazy, but we'll find the numbers, though.
It's just it's just crazy once again.
Shout out to Rob. He's supposed to be here fact-checking, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, it's just crazy once again. Just different quarterback styles. Like, Brady is gold pocket passer, and Cam Newton, he brings another element to the game, a running style. Right. So I'm real interested to see what they're going to do with the Wildcat for him and everything. So good luck to both of them.
I mean, that's definitely going to be something that I can't wait to see it. It's actually going to make me real. First of all, you already know with the NFL, based off of what happened with Kaepernick in the situation we're in right now, that people was like, see, Kaepernick tried to do it in the NFL, and the NFL wasn't standing by him. And now all this shit's going down. It's kind of like literally we could at any moment really just boycott the NFL altogether. I mean, based off of like we tried to do this before with your help. You didn't help us, and now with the place we're at today, we could literally blame that partially on the NFL. But like I said, we are moving past things. We are changing things with a new structure of ideas and how to be a black educated person and to get things reformed and signed off and petitioned and, for forward motion progress. And we're doing it slowly, so we're not going to point any fingers. With that being said, that makes me, comfortably want to watch the NFL season based on the fact that a black man has now joined my team, which is the New England Patriots. So it's wrapping it well. And that goes back to last week when I was talking about, you wasn't here, and I was just brushing on the topic of Black Lives Matter on the jerseys of soccer. Just in general. And right now, I think it's all over the league. But they were showing a lot of teams that played last week in the league leagues, I believe it was, that they had instead of having your name on the jersey, they had the Black Lives Matter on there. So, and that's like their way of saying, like, we're not signing any new black players, but because the league started, we already have our teams. But they've represented in that way. Yeah. And now to be in the news for the NFL in the forefront of a big topic. Tom Brady is gone, Miami, but now New England, which is to me, like I mentioned in the first pilot episode of this whole show, 6 shows ago, that Boston to me is, I grew up in a racist failing of a city, and whether one can believe that or not, that's what I felt. I dealt with it. I grew up in it, and I became accustomed to it. But like I said, even having a fucking white quarterback like Tom Brady, who was an amazing player, I mean, he was in the Patriots for a long ass time. So that's to see any kind of change, like going to a black president like Obama, in a situation where it's kind of like ready for change, that kind of change to me is just phenomenal, especially in a year like now. So
you said it was soccer, where they putting the Black Lives Matter on the back of their jersey.
They think they can do that too?
No, for the NBA, I'm hearing NBA restarts July 31st, and so I'm hearing that the players get the right. I'm not sure how long. How many characters they get, but they get to write a statement on the back of their jersey.
Our athletic, that was our athletic director, huh? DC. New AD, black AD at UCLA. This got to be the first time ever, low key. Okay. Yeah, that's something definitely. First time UCLA, being a graduate from UCLA, 2016, from 2012 to 2016. Yeah, it's just a different time, and he had an open discussion Zoom call with alumni and just reconnecting the UCLA community, the alumni with the LA community, and just being a part of the growth in the young men that get to come get that opportunity, and what can we do to make sure it's better. It's a guy that comes from the South, and South is about hospitality and family and things like that. So, you feel me? Hopefully, we can bring a little bit of that to UCLA. But yeah, the homie was talking about Nike though. He was like, if I can make one suggestion that our next sponsor be Nike or Jordan for the culture.
At UCLA?
Yeah, for the culture, bro. We had like twice.
Adidas was right here.
We had, bro. I was Adidas, and we switched to. Cool. Yeah, I'm about to pull this.
If y'all don't know, Ishmael played for UCLA. For those who are not aware, all-star legend. UCLA Classics. So when you play UCLA on a video game, make sure you go to the classic teams and pick Ishmael.
That last game, 2016.
Oh, you already know.
I'm already on there. But it's just go ahead.
I thought y'all was always Adidas.
Nah, I was Adidas, and in my last years, I was Under Armour.
But nah, I played for UC Davis, and we was also sponsored by Adidas. So
UC Davis, shout out to UC Davis. UC Davis, that's what's that exactly?
That's D1AA.
But what's that? What's the?
It's up north, near like about 30 minutes outside of Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't hate.
I'm not glad you do sound like you're from the Bay.
It's Thursday. New music just dropped. Pop Smoke.
Oh, no, for
Pop
sure. I play Pop Smoke every week on this damn show. Appreciate you telling me that, because Pop Smoke is my nigga for sure. R.I.P. Pop Smoke.
Definitely give that a listen to.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I'm probably now that I think about it, it's an album. So I've been playing a lot of the songs I've been getting collectively, anyway. So I'm pretty sure within that album, there's probably about 4 songs left that I probably haven't heard yet. But yeah, I'm gonna obviously get that into the repertoire and get that playing for you guys. More of his bangers, because every time I play that Pop Smoke, it's definitely a vibe. So, hey.
Yep.
Oh, hey. Whoa. We talked about last week, she actually gave me the information. Wow. Like when she left, the show was over. When I was DJing, I started DJing. She just told me like that he passed. So I did like a little, tribute to him at the beginning of the DJ set. But on the Baby Huey. And that's unfortunate. I think he got murdered, man. Right?
There's also another rapper we used to listen to. He went to jail. I think it was the A Baby.
Oh yeah. Oh, Hurricane Chris.
No
way.
Yeah. That's why I was getting.
He went to
mixed
jail.
up. Yeah, he went to jail.
That's another topic. I didn't hear about that at all.
Yeah.
Wait. So this you haven't heard about?
I have heard about
this.
I just got him mixed up.
Okay. Yeah. So
we all listened to him back in the day.
He passed. He got shot and killed Thursday night in Missouri, St. Louis, and he was 32, and obviously he has his hit single Pop Lock and Drop It, and they're saying that it would have been #1 in the billboards if there's such thing as Instagram and TikTok out today. A lot of his songs was that kind of era of music, but he got #6 in the billboard. I played it all the time as a DJ. Every time I DJ'd, I went to HBCU. I feel like he was like at a time where it was like, you know how it is, man. A lot of artists, they're so big, and then when they get nothing and go, their fame goes downhill. It takes a toll on them, man. So it's just really hard. I don't really know the balance to tell people in life how to recover from that. Even as a DJ, man, I wasn't like the biggest DJ in the world, but in my mind I was. And for me, going outside into somebody's face and talking to them about how I feel about my charisma when I wake up in the morning as a DJ every day, I'm that dude. To me, I'm the most famous DJ you're gonna meet. So when you stop getting tours and stop going to DJing a lot of clubs 3 times a week, 4 times a week. You got to adjust that. You got to change your lifestyle to still be relevant. There's many ways to be relevant to your own craft, which is why I'm doing the show, which is why I'm still doing live sets, even though in the time we're in with nightclubs not open. So I don't feel like, what's going on here? Am I not the DJ I used to be? Because that's very important to balance your mental health with the passion that you do to make your money and work. So when you're an artist, basketball player, boxer, anybody that obviously there's a very hard turnaround. Even for like wrestlers, for instance, when they get cut from wrestling, they're just like a nobody. You was a player, you wasn't that big. Now no one knows who you are, and then that's unfortunate. So I say it happened a whole lot, and obviously we can count fucking on our hands more than 10 people of artists that literally, famous, not famous, turn to drugs, crime, again, get back into the lifestyle, and then some shit like this happens. So.
Just going back to what you were saying as far as they have just having trouble adjusting. I don't have all the answers.
Right.
Nobody has all the
right.
answers, but you just gotta you've been doing this for such a long time. Once that's done, you just gotta find other things that you like to do in life.
Right.
That's a time to evaluate your life and find out other things you enjoy in life. That one thing you used to do is not your identity. So.
Right. That's very true. You got, that one thing. You got exactly. You cannot gravitate to the one thing that you are known to do to be the example of you. Like, for instance, when I had dreads, that wasn't me. If I cut my hair, I'm still gonna be doing exactly what I did before.
That's crazy. I did not know.
Yeah, I put a picture up here. I had dreads down the hair, man. I had so many hairstyles, but dreads was definitely 10 years. I had them for 10 years. It was like a part of me. So took very good. I maintained them very well. Had the Nubian locks named for them. Well maintained cap. Thanks. Shout out to all the women in my life that came over and I was between their legs and they twisted my hair up every time from high school all the way up because they definitely it was major help. But when I got sick of it, when I realized I needed to move on and gravitate to something else to get that kind of structure of how life can be without them, I got rid of them. And that's definitely something that I feel like is part of our culture and society, and we got to overcome that. Not feeling like we have to hold on just to look images and talents. We got to find other ways to center ourselves as a human in this world in the core, build that shit up so strong, no matter what surfaces around you, you can extend yourself and move forward and gravitate to other angles of how you're standing in this world. So,
well said.
With that being said, man, you got anything else to wrap with? Because we are out of here.
Nah, that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you, reaching out with the amazing topics, man, for sure. Some great things we covered today. Shout out to Victoria. Hope you got home safe. Love to have you on the show always. See you for the next one. See you for the next one. You're welcome to come on anytime you want. You always got a good word to say. And we're going to get this locked and loaded, ready to go for some vibes, man. So, like I said, I'll get some tracks in there definitely for my man Hurricane Chris and a lot more others, man, like Pop Smoke and whatever the fuck else I feel like vibing with today and creating that magical hour for everybody. So we'll see y'all next week and see y'all on the Feud for the DJ set. And until then, peace out. Nebel Nation.